India have won all their 3 matches in their Group A in the women's Regu event. A team led by Maipak Devi, the Tekong, was clinical, convincing, and which is why all the fans are hoping for a change in the color of the medal as they head into the knockouts. Well, for Poland, this experience will be fruitful and one that will surely serve them and will hold them in good stead as they eye growth in the world of Sepaktakraw. As the action continues, it's going to be Thailand versus Vietnam, match number 23 in the women's Regu event.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025. Match number 23 on court number 1, Women's Regu event between Thailand versus Vietnam. Presenting to you, Team Thailand.
Well, the Thailand team, the juggernaut, a lot of familiar faces there as we have seen them in some of the other events at the ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025 here in Patna, Bihar. Vifada walks out first, but remember, Sirinan is the appointed captain of this team. Let's have a look at the lineups. As I said earlier, Sirinan is the captain. Primpa Fra will be alongside her, along with Manlika. Vifada and Ratsami will be on the bench.
Make some noise for Team Vietnam.
A team and a country that really prides itself on excellence in the field of Sepaktakraw. The Vietnamese women, as you may remember, in the women's quadrant event, they had won the gold medal. As they walk out here, they are hopeful of another good performance in this women's Regu event. Tranti Vui, the coach and the team manager. The officials in attendance, and they are watching some action unfold here, which has been really inspiring. And it's always inspiring when Thailand and Vietnam take on each other, isn't it? Because they are the established Sepaktakraw nations with that tradition and history. Thi Mai will be the captain, along with Thi Kan Lee and Van An will be on the park. Gok Yen and Gok Huen will be on the substitute bench. The teams greet each other and will head back before the match starts. Get into a huddle. In the Thai huddle, you can see their team manager, Supsak Punsev, one of the true legends of the game, one of the greatest Tekongs the world has ever seen. Whenever it's a Thailand-Vietnam match, you always expect a lot of fireworks in terms of brilliance on the field of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all to ISTAF Sepaktakraw World Cup 2025.
If you're youngsters
Bihar, India.
who want to pick up the
Match
sport,
number
who want to
23.
learn how to play this match, this is the match to watch out for.
Thailand
Just have a look at
versus
how
Vietnam.
they
On
save,
my right,
set and spike.
Vietnam. On my left, Thailand.
The flexibility,
Here's
the fluidity in their movement, the presence of mind. It's a combination of everything that really
Thailand
helps them
to
excel in the field of Sepaktakraw.
Low. Oh. Point.
That's a fantastic start. Prim Prafa, a Tekong getting that nice and low into the center. Vietnamese tried to do the best that they could, but there was no way that they were retrieving that one. Vui Thi Van An is the tekong for Vietnam, and as we see Thailand get another point with that spike near the net. Early pressure on Vietnam. Manlika always good on the net, and we saw her during the women's squads events as well.
2-0.
Primprafa again nice and low. An attempted header by Khan Lee, just going off court.
Love 3.
I quite enjoyed that serve, just the way that it was delivered by Vietnam. Well, I can only appreciate the serve because Thailand have been fantastic. Look at that, Manlika just on the net, tipping that ball over. The game has just paused a bit because the referees are just consolidating and reconciling the scores. Our score sheet tells us it's 4-0, but on the main referee scoreboard it's showing 2-0. Perhaps it's just a technical delay. We'll just wait until this is resolved. Yes, it's just a technical delay on the scoreboard. Here's the list of the match officials. We've got Abdul Halim Kadir as the main chairman referee. The official referee is Surya Bahadur, and he's assisted by Manta. The referee is Preeti Arora. Court referee is Keshri Khan. And Primprafa, yet again, they've taken Thailand 5-0 forward, and I think it's appropriate, only appropriate that Vietnam have now signaled for the timeout. As the timeout concludes, it's my pleasure to welcome to the commentary box Drew Lilly. Drew, Thailand have started very well and it continues. It's like a juggernaut, isn't it? Now they're moving to 6 love. And talking about Vietnam, they pride themselves on performances against Thailand, but it's not been a very good start so far.
6. Low. Vietnam.
Things not going their way at the moment. Vietnam. These teams have met in all 3 World Cup finals that have had women's Regu. 2024 didn't have women's Regu. It was just men involved there. But in 2011, 2017 and 2022, Vietnam made it to the final every time, lost to Thailand every time. So this one is a repeat of all those 3 finals. They're guaranteed to make it through the group stages. Whoever wins the group will face Malaysia from Group B. And whoever loses this match will face India.
7-1.
India just played the previous game here at court number 1, beating Poland in straight sets, and Vietnam, they get a point. That was a good spike.
Most things right, but when it gets down to the final execution, just long there from Nguyen Thi Can Lee.
And this is where they were better in the women's quadrants. If you remember, in the final, they beat Thailand, and that was a really big occasion for them. They were a lot more in your face. They had that aggression, but at the moment, with the way Thailand have started and Pripprafa, I think that's just inside the line. So Pripprafa in particular, since the beginning of the game, she's been on point with the serve. She's got it right in that angle between the 2 Vietnamese players, and generally she's targeting towards the left side from her eyesight.
2-9.
Opportune header. It's good serving from Vuti Van An, but it's not coming off at the moment.
These 3 Thailand players were also a part of the quads team that won the medal, so they obviously play a lot in tandem, a different format. Here Manlika has to also assist in terms of being the feeder.
Change for Vietnam. Thi Can Lee has gone off and Thi Gok Yen has come on. Immediately into the action. So something different at the net. And it appears to have paid immediate dividends. So a smile there from Tran Thi Vui. Because it's, yeah, she called that one out herself, but the touch judges did that for her. So it's a different presence at the net. Here she is feeding the ball.
Thailand, Vietnam.
Just gives the opposition something to think about. She's done very well coming in, and feeding the ball is an art as well, not just striking it on service. You have to get it in exactly the right spot for the Tekong.
10-4.
Non-striking foot inside the circle.
Vietnam.
Pretty pleased with this substitution so far. Turn things around, 3 points in a row.
Just to build up on the fact that you said that even feeding is an art, and yes, I'm done with my cricket references, so I'll move over to football now. It's a bit like assisting, isn't it, where you are creating the perfect opportunity for your Tekong, however good they may be, to deliver the best that they can.
Good judgment. Was that one out? The best view was of the right. The umpire in the chair was right above it, the referee in the chair. However, I think their view might have been slightly blocked. So they asked the line judge. The line judge said, my view was blocked as well. So the referee decided to say, okay, we'll go with my original thought, which was that the ball was out. And finally, an excellent service by Primprapa to turn things around as we look at some of the Thai men's players who have been part of a team that's won 3 gold medals already, plus 1 silver in 4 events that have had the medals handed out already. I wouldn't say it's the same as an assist in soccer, because that is a build-up, which it's not a set play. So unless you're saying that it's not even a free kick or a corner, because this is a stoppage in play and it's a set play. So if you want to have a sporting analogy, it's the equivalent of snapping the ball back in American football. It then has to be caught and placed, and then the kicker, when they are trying to score a field goal or a point after touchdown, it's an absolutely set play from set places. Whereas an assist in soccer can happen from anywhere and it's not a set play.
What surprised me in all of that is someone who actually lived in England saying soccer.
I'm being international. Fired down there. Beautiful service. They've turned things around a little bit, Vietnam. Unfortunately for them, they were 6-0 down. Take out that opening run and it's 8-6. Unfortunately, you can't take out that opening run. Clever service.
Thailand.
You can either fire it in at your opponents and hit them with pace, or you can not put the pace on the ball.
The last 2 serves have been the ones without the pace. Otherwise, earlier she was always getting that pace on, and in between 2 players, she was trying to fire them in.
Vietnam.
It's all down to variety. If you keep firing it down in the same place, eventually your opponents are going to get a read on it and know where to stand. Just stand further back, stand slightly to the left, slightly to the right, however good the service is. If you're an international, you will adapt to it. So keep them guessing.
Just my observation, and I could be wrong, I believe at least in the Regu event, there's a greater scope to score off the service than the doubles or the quads as well.
That's correct, because doubles and quads are serving from behind the baseline, so it's got further to go. And it needs to get up and over the net. So unless you're incredibly tall, it's always floating along at a plane and you're hoping it'll dip so that it lands inside the court. Whereas here, particularly for taller tekongs, you're already, regardless of who is the tekong, you're already halfway inside the court. So you've got far to go. You've only got half a court on your side to cover, but you have an entire court to aim at. And there we go. Thailand take the first set, 15-10. They raced away with it early on, and then it was very balanced after that, but they got that 6-point cushion from the opening, and they've got the first set against their traditional rivals, 15-10.
First set, won by Thailand, 15-10, 2-minute rest.
थाईलैंड ने वियतनाम के सामने पहला सेट जीत लिया है। ये है ग्रुप बी का मैच विमेंस रेगू इवेंट में। यहाँ ISTAF सेपकटाक्राव वर्ल्ड कप 2025 बिहार में 1-0 से बढ़त ले ली है।
Okay.
तो 1-0 की बढ़त लेने के बाद अभी दूसरे सेट का आरंभ होगा। वियतनाम पर दबाव होगा कि यहाँ वापसी कर ले। मेरे साथ कमेंट्री बॉक्स में मेरे मित्र ड्रू जुड़े हैं और हम आपको अगले कुछ पड़ावों का आंखों देखा हाल सुनाएंगे। And what a start! That taped serve. I always enjoy watching them.
No lets in this game, so if it hits the server, it hits the tape, it goes over. Hits the net anywhere and goes over, then you carry on playing.
One.
You do get that in certain forms of tennis. In the junior form of tennis, for example, they still play no let services.
One. All.
Swebsak Pansweb in the background. Thai women's team manager, legendary Tekong. And Satya is the coach alongside him.
One. Two. Ball. Vietnam.
I think that's good judgment being shown by Vietnam, is it? No.
Yes, it
was? Yeah.
It's their point. Yeah, it was out. And, well, that's...
One.
Vuti Van An obviously knows the dimensions of the court to within an inch or two.
Now you can just see the energy level in the Vietnamese players going up. Now that in the first set, yes, they lost it 15-10, but they had managed to bounce back after being 5-0 down. And right now, just that energy. Just keep that energy up. Keep it going. Save, set and spike like that.
Well, since I joined from another court, I've seen 25 points, 10 for Thailand, 15 for Vietnam. So as far as I'm concerned, Vietnam are leading 1-0.
Timeout.
That's how it works, isn't it? Drew's rules.
Yeah, and if Kranti Wui is superstitious, she may then prefer you to continue being here.
Well, I forced Thailand into a timeout.
Vietnam are leading in the second set. It's 5-1 and it's been quite a good comeback. Ever since Drew has joined me in the commentary box, just as he mentioned, for him, Vietnam are 1-0 up because ever since he's been here, they've won more points.
I like Vietnam as well, particularly the women's team. I like the way they play. I like the energy. I like the tactics. I like the way they spike when they tend to, particularly in the quadrants, they'll put the ball out wide and then spike back in. Seen that with Tranti Gokien in both formats. And you always like to go for the underdog. And anyone facing Thailand is the underdog in any form. With all due respect to Swebsak there. He's listening to me and frowning.
Initially, Gokien was not a part of the starting lineup. She came on as a substitute. Now she's going to be a feeder, of course. But Gokien was quite the difference between Thailand and Vietnam when they played the quads final, and she was the one who helped Vietnam win that gold medal. So a good tactical change. She's confident, and you can see that kind of aggression in her body language as well. Every point she's sort of in your face, and she's also spiked very well in this match.
2, 8, 7.
Bear in mind that these two are going to make it through to the semis. That's a great service by Patlipurna. These two are going to make it through to the semis, and to be blunt about it, they're going to be the favourites in their semi-finals, up against India and Malaysia respectively. So this could be a final rehearsal, and I know that's a tough thing to say based here in India, but India will have their work cut out against whoever loses this match when it comes to the semi-final. So it may well be that both Thailand and Malaysia wanted to keep their powder dry, maybe keep the likes of Gok Yen off, so as not to show your hand too much and then bring them in the final.
4, 7.
The options that Thailand have got would be at Tekong, for example, Vipada, but Vipada, we saw her wearing a mask yesterday, so maybe she's not feeling 100% well, so it's likely that Primprapa will have all of the Tekong duties. And we've had another timeout called, this time by Vietnam, after they've seen a few points conceded in a row.
Players in. Players.
This has been quite an engaging set here in the match between Thailand and Vietnam. Vietnam holding on. They have bounced back in this match, you can say. Although Thailand are leading 1-0, Vietnam searching to equalize this match by winning this set. It's quite a decent serve, but Manlika Bunthod gets that point for Thailand.
Great work by Sithinan, captain. The diminutive number 22 there with the armband on. She scampered all the way over to the ISTAF board, kept the ball alive and then set it up perfectly for Manlika. And there she is again. There she is again, winning points for her team. The unsung heroes, the setters. She scampered all the way back, and then you can see where she set the ball up to. That's absolutely perfect, that set. It was the perfect height. It was half a metre away from the net, and she did that from behind the baseline.
Thailand.
Timeout hasn't worked for Vietnam. 3 in a row for Thailand.
Some of the officials from the Sepaktakraw Federation of India present there.
8.
They've done incredible work in ensuring that this tournament has gone off smoothly in Patna, Bihar.
Point Vietnam.
I was just telling our viewers, I can't believe it is day 6. We've had such a great time across the last 5 days. It feels as if it's just flown by.
It's been non-stop action.
On.
This is the 6th and 7th category that we've had after men's and women's doubles, men's and women's quadrant and the mixed quadrant.
Thailand.
So it's 7 different categories in total, spread over 6 days.
9, 8.
Primprafa set up that good serve. Save and set by her.
What a rally.
Point Thailand.
And of course, the longer a rally goes on, the more likely it is that Thailand are going to win it.
Both teams just refusing to give up there, and it was incredible to see the kind of efforts that they put. Primprafa on one
Yes,
occasion,
ready.
saving and setting herself, and then Vietnam also working very well together as a unit.
Eight, 10. Ball for Vietnam.
A good block there once again by Gokien. Got the foot in the way, and the ball soared over the Thailand player Serinan, unable to stop that one.
Ready. 10, 9. Ball for Thailand.
Another attempted block in similar fashion, but that's gone out, and that allows Thailand a 2-point lead at this juncture. It's a good lead to have as you move into double figures.
9, 11. Out for Vietnam.
Winning a point of their own serve. And now Vietnam have got the opportunity to equalize with Thailand. Take this game forward, take it forward, and equalize in this match.
11, 10. Point, Thailand.
Full stretch. Me, but it was asking too much of her. Primprapa's serving today. So that was off the toe, but curling downwards.
10, 12. Point, Thailand.
Even Gokien's blocks now failing to keep the ball in.
Get ready.
Went on quite a roll, Vietnam did. Second half of the first set, even though they'd left themselves too big a hole to get out of. And first half of the second set.
13,
But it's
10.
Coach Satya who's smiling now.
Red point.
Thailand appealing for the ball being handled. And Van An says, nope, certainly not. We're going to have a challenge. Satya's on her
Ready.
feet. We're going to have a look already.
Ready.
I'd
Ball.
say not. It was me who got a leg in the way and I think an arm out of the way. No harm, no foul.
11, 13. Out. Point, Thailand.
Attempted block flies out, and that's 3 match points for Thailand.
Point. 14, 11. Point, Vietnam.
Effective block, and Tranti Vui also enjoyed that one along with the others in the substitute bench.
Get ready.
Gokien getting the points in the end. Wonderful block by her against
Thailand,
Manlika,
ball, please.
and that's perfection, that is.
With right, well,
Still
ready.
match points. Mee needs a good service.
Right,
No, goes into the
Thailand,
net,
clear,
and
baseline.
unfortunately, fault from Van An, and it's 15-10, 15-12. Thailand have won this one in straight sets, and they have secured top spot in the group.
A straight set victory. They may have lost against Vietnam in the quads final, but here they are trying to turn things around, and as they move into the semi-final, they are confident and they want that gold medal, and most likely they'll face Vietnam again. But we now get ready for the semi-finals. Thailand 2, Vietnam 0. They've won this match 15-10, 15-12.
Thailand 15-10, 15-12, 2-0. Players taken.
The teams perhaps telling each other, see you again.
They will see one another again, maybe not on this particular stage, but sooner rather than later.
And we'll tell our viewers as well, see you again, because coming up next, it's the host team, India, taking on Brazil. It's the quarter-final in the men's Regu event. Don't go anywhere. Please do stay with us.